Everything started with a tiny spark. One that grew into an unstoppable blaze.
The stock market is now down 21%.
It was the worst day on Wall Street. This could be the most serious recession in decades.
The country's annual inflation rate hit 231%.
Even if you're not doing anything wrong, you're being watched and recorded.
An anonymous source provided nearly 40 years' worth of documents from a law firm in Panama named Mossack Fonseca.
But the real beginning was an uncomfortable question. What happens when the system you trust fails you?
Blockchain.
Blockchain. Blockchain. Blockchain.
Blockchain.
Chapter 1. The Spark.
It started as a dream of cyberpunks that thought could change the world, and that's the way for most technological revolutions.
There was a lot of experiments and developments in computer science and cryptography and things like that. And then one smart person came and figured out how to solve the puzzle and basically bring power back to the people.
For me, my first understanding of the entire crypto world was about money.
Bueno, al principio era una oportunidad de hacer, como decimos nosotros, unos mangos extra, como para hacer algo extra al trabajo tradicional que quizás teníamos en ese momento. Se ve que va a agilizar las cosas, se ve que va a funcionar, se ve que llegó para quedarse, pero no entiendo nada.
The best way to understand blockchain is to think about a fungus. Well, actually, a lot of them. The fungal world is connected by mycelium, an underground web where fungi exchange nutrients, signals, and even warnings. But there's no central server for that. Every fungus is part of the network, and even if one dies, the web keeps working. Blockchain works in a very similar way. Each node holds the same information, and every interaction leaves a permanent trace. On top of this simple but powerful idea, we can build all kinds of projects. One you have definitely heard of is cryptocurrencies.
Todo lo que hacemos en la vida involucra finanzas. Blockchain completamente revoluciona el sistema financiero, ¿no? Cuando el Internet estaba surgiendo, yo creo que el sentimiento fue similar porque el Internet completamente revolucionó las telecomunicaciones. Entonces, como que todo lo que haces, si sientes que puede tener un impacto enorme en el mundo y que sí lo está teniendo, ¿no? O sea, Ethereum, especialmente en países en desarrollo y en países en crisis, ha salvado vidas, literalmente.
I come from a country where there is no freedom of choice. Everything is through centralization of power. There's no elections, there's no constitution. When you're 18, you don't get to decide what you're gonna study. And so everything is about choices being made for you.
Every country in Africa have very significant problems, from government to finance to different problems that we have in the continent. And I believe that blockchain actually has power to not just change lives of the government or how operation work, also have power to actually change life of the people, because blockchain removes the borders.
The most basic amenity that we gain with crypto is that you get to decide. But on a more philosophical level, I think that crypto and blockchain enables us to make this choice not just with financial instruments, but with everything else as well.
And that's how blockchain saved the world and we all live happily ever after. Well, not exactly. In human history, every paradigm shift comes with a little chaos. And blockchain was no exception. Let's say people got a little bit crazy.
Hey, what's up?
I came like 7 years ago. I remember in Brazil, crypto was fast associated with crimes and money laundering and all those things.
And many old people, many young people, even sold their house, put all their money into that project, and many people lost money.
Mucha gente común que quizás entra sin entender tanto o quizás no se toma el trabajo de entender tanto puede obtener esos recaudos de parte de otro. Porque hay gente que no los toma y esas son la gente que cae en las estafas justamente.
No vas a meter, digamos, todos tus ahorros directamente en algo en lo que confías o que acabas de aprender y confías un poco, ¿no?
It's unfortunate, but I think the best way is when things go wrong. But yeah, when things go wrong is when you realize how delicate or precarious the current system is. And I think blockchain in general really brings a certain level of resilience that I don't think we have currently.
If you do not embrace chaos, you are fooling yourself, because chaos is one of the main forces of the universe. So embracing chaos, I think it's actually something good, because you realize you're not in control.
And that's the dilemma, right? Every time we unlock a new technology that could change everything, are we taking the next step in our evolution or caving the path to our own collapse? But maybe the answer was never in the technology. Can you really say if fire is good or bad? It's not about the tool. It's about how we use it. And there was a very particular group of people who understood this deeply. In the middle of the chaos, they armed themselves with keyboards, with code, and with bold visions of the future. And that was the beginning of the Ethereum community.
It's like people who did not realize that each other's work existed, but then once you put people together, you realize actually, wait, this makes a lot of sense.